Hey y'all, Binks here. A brand new Horde card just dropped. The 2/2 Zombie Mr. Fantastic. It says on reveal Horde +2, then activate, give 4 of your created cards +1 power. Doesn't really matter where they are. If you're not super familiar with the Horde mechanic, the first time you play a Horde card, it will create a zombie Horde on one of your other locations that has a spot available, and then it will give it +2 power to make it a 0/2. If you play additional hordes, it will grow the horde and give it more power. And then again, the activate can happen afterwards, and you can get a total of 8 power from this card. So +2 for the horde that you create. And then including the horde, you just need to have 3 other created cards in play. Get the full amount of power from here. And this is really a jack of all trades card. It kind of feels like Herbie in a lot of ways. And boy, oh boy, are there a lot of 2-drops that kind of just fit this generally pretty solid game plan. What I wanted to do is to try and do a challenge deck with Zombie Mr. Fantastic, playing all 2-drops in this deck called 2-Dropapalooza. I've moved a lot of cards around as I was kind of trying to test it and make it as good as possible, and I'm pretty confident with the list that we ended up on. Our main scalers are going to be Havoc and Thena. A lot of times, especially if you get both of them down, you can play Havoc down on 4 and then just play 2-drop on 5 and 6 to keep Thena going the rest of the game and get the additional power pushed up from Havoc. The ways that we can kind of fill out our curve, there's actually a lot of them. We have Surge, which will make any of our cards we draw 1. If we play Surge on 2, we can play whatever card we drew, as well as another 2-drop there on 2. Kate Bishop will give us 2 arrows. Both of them can fill out our curve. Merlin will give us cards to fill out our curve. And then Barrage as well can sometimes give us a card to fill out our curve, and sometimes just give us a really powerful resource, get a little bit of an idea of what our opponent's hand is doing. The Agent Venom is just a great play on 2 as a 2/5, but also it can buff up a lot of our cards. We have a lot of 2 powers, some 1 power, some 0 powers, so you get a lot of additional benefit from playing Agent Venom as early as possible. Herbie can help us with our energy issues by giving us extra energy when we get that activate ability, but also just has some really great things. It can use the rock to create another created card for Zombie Mr. Fantastic. It could just double its power, which could be nice if it has randomly gotten like a surge or anything like that. Lots of good things we can do there. We have Iron Patriot as another way to get a created card, and sometimes just get a pretty powerful card because it's having singular cards that have a lot of power. Some of this deck doesn't really do super well. And then we have Shadow King. It's really the only good tech card available. You can also run something like Quake, or like, I guess you could call Scarlet Witch a tech card, but we already kind of have the location coverage held down with Merlin. And then Captain America, not only do we get the shield, which is another card for a Zombie Mr. Fantastic, it's another scaler that we can use. And also the shield is just really great for a lot of Merlin hits, especially like once in future all. To just take that shield, put it into the deck, and then get some more energy to be able to burst out some more cards on later turns. Now you might ask, hey, this is a cool idea. How did it do it? It's bad. It's very, very hard. I'm also in the early 90s, which is just kind of like an absolute bloodbath, I feel like, especially this season. For whatever reason, just a lot of people being very competitive. Very, very few bots. I mean, you do get them. Usually they are like the bots that will try as hard as they can to win. Not necessarily cheater bots. They're just ones that don't roll over on their tummy. But overall, this was a lot of fun. I love doing little challenge decks like this every once in a while, especially when it's like a new card that comes out that doesn't really have a super strong direction for what we can do. So hope that you enjoy these highlights. I'd love for you to try some challenges on your own. And as always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like button. Check down below. Make sure you subscribe. Catch you live at twitch.tv/Banks_plays. Enjoy. You peace. Bev, welcome to the stream, Bev. Okay, Surge, wonderful card to get activated here. So we can Surge into Surge card, Agent Venom most likely. Then we maybe start going the Thena route. We could start going the Thena route immediately. The only card that would be bad to hit off Surge would be Havoc, because it kind of messes with our game plan. Merlinler. The Merlinler. I don't know how much value we'll get out of the Thena, but we can try and squeeze some out best we can. This is a really bad Red Guardian target. I don't know why you wouldn't hit the Surge. I just simply don't quite understand why you wouldn't hit the Surge, I guess. The thing that's weird to me. You don't get too much value out of Agent Venom anymore. Maybe take this turn to play multiple cards. Opt out of our Thana value, but the Polymorph's really good. Keeps our Surge triggers going. We can still play 2 cards. We can play the Surged card on top of whatever else we get. Nebula's nice. Okay. Well, now we know why they don't care too much about a lot of these things, unfortunately. We're actually not getting to our Surge card. Okay, we get a Folkling. So I have to imagine Shadow King left is their play. But also Shadow King middle. Negasonic left, Shadow King right. That is the play that I think is going to come down. We have a way to win off of that. I think we do. Look like this. This maybe? Just gonna assume with Shadow King right, Negasonic left, and we'll see if we made the right call. Looks like it's exactly what we think it's going to be. Shadow King right, Negasonic left. Which does look very scary. However, we play the basic arrow, popping the Negasonic. Play the Proxima tie. Play the Omniversal Presence to win by 2 points. A very, very solid play there, I think, top to bottom. Recognizing the deck, recognizing especially with the Mirage hit, their very, very likely play of utilizing the Shadow King. And then just playing for a win against what is their most likely play. That's just Snap in a nutshell right there. GG's, Bev. Gibby! Welcome to the stream, Gibby. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. We got Super Flow right off the bat. Super Flow is quite nice. Obviously, it's almost always going to make our opponents better than us. But we do have some ways to get some additional value here with like Iron Patriot and stuff like that. So maybe we got something coming. Opponent clearly likes what they're doing, so they're snapping. That's fine. Might be in a bit of trouble here, but we will see indeed. We will see. Start with Agony Deadpool. That's a pretty good start. Can't tell a lie there. Now we do have the Shadow King as our 1 tech option in this deck, so that could probably give us a bit of help if need be. So we got the rocket pad down as well. All right, well let's pop over here with the Iron Patriot. See what it grants us. A Deathlock. Usually, I mean, they could still have Venom. Usually means they don't have Carnage. Not sure how valuable that information will be, but we do have it. We do have it nonetheless. Okay. That could be really nice or very annoying. One of the two. Because they just play like a decently sized Venom there. It gets the +2 and then we're in a bit of trouble. But, see, they might not have Venom. It looks like they're going to have a lot of sauce. But we are getting +2 on all of our 2-drops, which is really nice. And we get the Omniversal Presence. So I think we want to start getting Havoc pumping here. Let's get Havoc pumped up. Turn off the extra location. And that's going to give us an additional Red Hulk and an additional Vic Hand. Both of which kind of slap. That's a big ass Deadpool, man. I cannot tell a lie there. I think what's problematic is that even though our play is pretty strong, I unfortunately don't think that it is better than what their play will be, which is getting many 38 power Deadpools. Which is good. It's quite good. Why do I only have 4 energy? Oh, Havoc, of course. Of course, I played a Havoc. We might be in some trouble here. We're definitely in trouble here. Let's be honest with ourselves. They have a 38 power Deadpool that they can now have multiple of. It's not generally good. It's not generally something that people would consider like a good thing. But if we top deck a Shadow King here, then everything kind of changes. We do not top deck Shadow King here. Okay, so that sucks, for the record. I'm aware of this. Does this ever win here? Even if they both get extra points? It would if they both get extra points. We should absolutely be losing here, right? Like, let's be honest with ourselves about this. There's like 100% chance we're supposed to lose this game. Sometimes that means you still win. Please don't tell me they didn't use all their energy. They didn't use all their energy! They didn't use all their energy! Right? Yes! Just get destroyed, Gibby! He's a genius! That should not have freaking worked at all. And it did. And it did. Look at my son, dude. Look at how big he is. That's so stupid. Woo! Let's go, dude. Ross Geller. Friend of the show. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Best of luck to you here on the field of battle. Ross Geller has been around the community for a very, very long time. Happy to see them out here on ladder. Tell you what, it's a bit of a rarity. Our best card to get charging would be Cap. So we're going to be playing the Super Giant deck that's gained a lot of popularity recently. I think we go here. We get the Merlin established. There's a chance we play Havoc next turn. Alright. 2 rocks. Really, that won't come to bite us in the bum. I do like developing the Havoc this turn. It's a little sus, but kind of like having ways to like feel decently ahead. And Havoc is one of the few ways that we can get that. Let's make sure we move the shield. It's also, they're going to rely a lot on things like Negasonic, usually to finish out games. It'll be nice to get it down now, because we won't be able to next turn, most likely. Yeah. Did I say Negasonic? I meant Super Giant. Kind of in, like, use it or lose it territory. We're going to have Prio going into the end of the game, which is nice. I like something like this. Activate here. Maybe this. This is going to trick them, I think, to Negasonic right. Is the hope. Havoc's still cooking. We just have no power is the problem. We have no power is the problem. With what we got going here. I think it's this. We probably lose.
Taking aim.
Yes. More Merlin juice. Little Jeffrey. Little Quakler with the Luke Spar. Go back to hands. All depends on what these middle two cards are. Horde, not enough? Holy moly, dude. How is this working? What is happening? It's just... two pretty good wins in a row, man. I mean, I was expecting to be in hell playing this, but I mean, we take those. We take those indeed. Well played, Ross. BB, welcome to the stream. BB. Ooh, another fellow zombie Mr. F enthusiast I see. How exciting. We always want to try and play a card that leads to us playing 2 cards per turn. I feel like that's when we hit our stride. It's when we're able to play multiple cards at the right times. Shadoking. Let's get an Agent Venom. We have Pim Arrow situated. The grapple arrow could give us value later. Unfortunately, most of the... Whoa. Okay, that's surprising. I'm not going to lie to you. Just ripped Shanna. It's probably going to be Marvel Boy stuff, I guess. I was not expecting the Shanna there. I can't tell a lie. I think it is a great turn to get the Sam down. Get some movement going. Oh, I should have played him on the shield. Man, I always forget about that tech. If I would have played him on top of the shield, they would have both moved. Which is a good thing. Oh, never mind. It was going to work anyway. I feel like we once and future all. Maybe we don't need the extra energy. We do something like this. 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 Gives us the most points. Gives us our zombie Mr. F. Gives us a Mirage hit. This is probably the best we can do. We'll have 2 extra points going left. Star. Ooh. Okay. That is a tough one to eat. I cannot tell a lie there. It is a tough one to eat. The Nico is pretty crazy though, no? Is that my best play? I think it is. Actually, weirdly, it should be this. Max value. All right, let's see what they got. You're adding 6, right? Decent amount. Quite a bit middle. Got that. Splash him. Havoc 'em. Double 'em. +3 to the promised land. Well played, BB. Well freaking played. Unfortunately, the 2-drop army was too much for use. Man, dude. Mirage is such a good card sometimes. Well, stream IHJ. Best of luck to you here. Surge on 1 is great. We haven't really gotten too terribly much Surge value, unfortunately, so far. But I do think it's one of the better cards in the deck. Especially when our goal is to just play as many things as humanly possible. We definitely want Havoc. Want to get Havoc down left next turn. Almost assuredly. Got Deathlock. Alright, Destroy hasn't been too bad, weirdly. Okay. Omniversal Presence. Let's get rid of Throne Room, I think. This should give us a really good chance to be ahead on Quantum Realm. Very, very strong. We still have Surge active, so we can still play Surge card, Merlin card, regular card every turn. Also, we have the Mirage, which is going to come in at a really, really good time, I feel. Because Mirage comes in next turn, or maybe this turn, and hopefully we get access to the right things. No 1-drops in this deck, brother. No 1-drops in this deck. The doubler is great. It's very nice, actually. Some extra energy. Zombie Horde. Mirage. Get the double going. We might not have enough juice middle, but we're adding quite a bit. Worth going for, I would say. Could have hit like a death here. A Carnage. Not that great. How big their card is, middle. Don't remember how big the Deadpool was. Venom, not enough. Not enough. Venom not being enough probably wins us the game, you'd think. Rated cards do we have? I think it's just the Horde. I mind that. I mean, that does boost their null if we do this. It's probably not worthwhile. I feel like we're going to lose. We'll see. They have to win both lanes is the hard part. Having to win both lanes is what makes this really, really tough. I don't think they have any energy boost, right? So we're getting +5, so we had 17 right. They kind of like need null there. They don't need it, but they probably want it. We're taking a very long time. All right, they just pass. Hey, we take those. I tell you what, we take those. The 2-drop army lives to fight another day. The 2-drop army lives to fight another day. I don't know if they DC'd or what, but hey, brother, I tell you what, I'd take that 10 times out of 10. GG's. Okay, so I think we start Surge here almost always. And then we can get 1-drop into Thana. So we just play whatever we top deck with Thana. Man, that's very frustrating. I cannot tell a lie there. We're going to be very, very tight on board space. See a Blade from Jay. Thana starts rocking. See a Glaive from Jay. Dracula goes down, Blade goes down. 2 cards, I would say. Were it me, I would not be stoked seeing coming out. Bit of a decision point here. Do you want to take the Agent Venom, continue getting Surge value? I think we do. It'll make our next top deck guaranteed a 4 power. Then do we want to do Kate Bishop to potentially salvage some board space? I think we also do. Like, Herbie's a nice one to get down this turn as well, but I think we just want to keep our Thana popping as best we can. And then again, if we get an Acid Arrow would be a great follow-up card to have here. We do not get the Acid Arrow. Moon Knight pulls out our Herbler. Discard a Sif. This might be another bot. Definitely giving bot for sure. We just discard this Acid Arrow, feel okay about it. This will allow us to move our shield, which is nice. It gives us options for next turn. To hopefully keep our dang old cards a schmoovin'. They're a hella deck. What have they discarded so far? It's not like a great setup. Contra can do some damage for sure. They're kind of going to get stuck in a 50-50 here, I would imagine. I think they would need, essentially, if I was them, my play would be playing that Khonshu left and hoping it lands right. But I think we win either way, unless it's Dracula. It's Dracula, we could have problems. Not guaranteed that we'd have problems. We assuredly could. You're with Khonshu right, huh? Khonshu right just always seems wrong. I guess you're hoping for middle and Dracula head? Alright, we take those. I tell you what, we take those. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, but we take it. Should have snapped. BFZ! Welcome to the stream, BFC. Best of luck to you here. We've had some highs with this deck, but we've also had some really rough lows. You won't see it in the video, but last... Alright, well, let's get some highs, man. Let's go with some highs. Alright, hopefully my opponent... Yes, dude! Ego game! Let's go! This one will be in the video, I tell you what. Last game, an opponent played Mr. Negative on 4 into top deck flipped Iron Man, Jane Foster, after playing nothing for 3 turns, which is really cool. It was a very fun game of Marvel Snap I got to play there. My opponent played Black Knight into Redshift with their Ego, which is sick. I was... No! My son! I want to take it back! Oh, brother. I didn't mean it, dude. Alright, back to a normal game. And we're back to a normal game. So I guess I probably want to... So get our scalars down right now. I think I want to go Captain America Thana. Thana can't scale that much, and it limits me a bit. If you're going to do that, we should do Havoc Thana. So let's do Havoc Thana. And we could do, like... Samuel, Venom. Right's going pretty crazy. A Cosmic Ghost Rider. Honestly, not that valuable, right? Chaos Reigns. All right. I'm down for Chaos to reign, brother. Chaos Reigns it is. What potential win conditions do we have? I think Jubilee Right is pretty good. Like, Jubilee Right Polymorph Middle is probably our best chance, I would say. I don't think we can win left. I think just doing this is fine.
Minions.
Oh, shit. Why did you flip that with Cosmic Ghost Rider? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, that is a dang tough game, man. Unless... Couldn't be. Well played. Well played, well played, well played. Oh, it didn't blink it. It went in with Quantum Tunnel, of course. Of course it did. Dang it. Well, hey, you're going to enjoy that game because it was Ego for some of it, and we stayed in per the rules, but holy cow. That's tough. Ginger Kid. Welcome to stream, Ginger Kid. Best of luck to you. We got a Quicksilver deck. Anything with better value? Merlin is better value. You always want to try and find ways to be able to get energy out of your turns, which is very hard when your deck is only 2 drops. It certainly puts a bit of a stressor on making that viable. Let's once in the future all, and then we'll get Agent Venom activated. It's quite a nice way to get up ahead of the energy curve. Slow down their Galactus from getting bigger. Look at him, he just pops out. He's like, what the heck, man? Or what the freaking heck, dude? I like getting Havoc down this turn. I like getting Havoc down this turn quite a bit. Stardust. Okay, I don't think Stardust matters. For moi. Okay, we got the doubler. I think we just take the doubler. It's kind of hits the good enough type of realm. I don't like going like here, here, here. And I do think we take the doubler. I think that you could argue to not take the doubler, but you could just get energy next turn, which feels really bad. Make sure I'm doing this right. So this will activate. It'll give me +2 Horde here, and then we'll have all 3 of these guys here, which is nice. We'll have 2 spots available middle. We're just in a really good spot. I'm not going to snap. I don't think I'm going to snap on like any games, even though maybe I should sometimes. Why didn't it Horde? Why didn't it Horde? Horde, give power to your zombie. If you don't have one, create one at another location first. The right location was open. That's so weird. Maybe... Oh my god. Artist blindness. It affects us all. Alright, chat. I don't know why I'm saying alright, chat. I don't know, man. Maybe this is a good one for the end of the video. I'm talking. So let's play the freaking song. Let's play the freaking song. Hit the goddamn like and subscribe.
Binks.